You know, I wake up every morning hoping this VacuFlush system had fixed itself. But I look and no, it hasn't fixed itself. I can't put this off any longer. I'm simply going to have to break down and dig into this VacuFlush system here. It's right there. But one thing's for sure, I consider myself very lucky because oftentimes these VacuFlush pumps are located in extremely hard places to get to. It's part of the toilet system, part of the sewer system, and it just so happens on this 2016 Bounder 35K, it's right there. Easy to get to. What in the world I can do to fix it? Let me show you what's happening. This vacuum pump draws the contents out of the commode and then sends it on its way into the tank, the holding tank. I'm gonna have to take this thing apart. I'm flushing it out right now with water. I think that's a good idea. I put a little light on the subject, found out what I've got to do to fix this thing. Okay, what we're trying to get into is this thing right here. This guy right here. In order to do this, this is what's leaking right here. Around this seal here, it appears to be right around in here somewhere. I think what I need to do is remove this tank here first. This, I guess it's a vacuum tank. I'm not sure what it is, but we're gonna remove this first. It's got 4 screws here, 1, 2, and 2 on the other side. And also, it's got this connection right here, this hose clamp, which I'll take off. And there's going to be some other connections back in here. I would wear protective gloves. I have some. It's just that I can't feel as well with gloves on. And these 2 screws on the other side, I'm going to have to be able to feel them real well. So I'll just clean up real well when I get through with this mess. I'm going to go ahead and take these screws out. I'm gonna mount this a different way. I'm not gonna mount it this way. If I ever have to get back into it, I'm just gonna put a strap over it. This is ridiculous. Gosh, I sound like I'm complaining, don't I? So I'm gonna remove this now. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. This is not my favorite thing to do, y'all. I got the dirty duty. Let me do it like this. Okay. The vacuum is created here, not created, but stored here, and then it pulls it from the toilet. Obviously, this goes up to the commode there, and pulls it into here, pumps it through here into the black tank. The black tank right here. Now, I want to show you what happened. Since I'm here, I want to show you what happened before. This pipe right here pulled out of the black tank. If you look way back, you can see material where it pulled out. It actually pulled up and out, and man, was it a mess. So what I did is I came in here and I took a 2x4 between the bottom of the floor of the RV and the top of the pipe that pulled out of the black tank, and I forced it back into the black tank by forcing this block of wood in there. And the best I could, I put a pin in it right here to keep it from backing out. This has worked real well. And listen to me, this is a common problem with this VacuFlush system for this pipe to pull out of this black tank. Like I say, you can see material back in there that was spilling out as you drive down the road or even when you flush. It was a mess. This VacuFlush system, I know it has its good qualities. It's a vacuum and it's bound to fail. I'm talking to the men now. I'm not trying to be crude, but there's something creepy about sitting on a toilet. It's got a vacuum to it. Connect this from this. Look out, maybe a lot of liquid comes pouring out of there. I don't know. Oh, yeah, okay, that's okay. Big deal, it's just water. I flushed it out quite well. Now I'm gonna see if I can get it out of the way. That's all I want to do is get it out of the way. Okay, there it is. I don't care how much you clean this out, how much you pump it out, it is what it is. Explanatory. The way the hoses are located. Okay, we got that loose. We'll put that up here on that. Connect this thing right here. Boom, there it is. Now this is free, the heart of the problem here. I'm gonna lift this up so it doesn't rest in liquid. Put that there. Now I can bring this out. Okay, now we got this out. Well, I've got it free. I can take it out here and lay out, make a makeshift table, work table of some sort, and dissect this thing and get some numbers off of it. If you do this, flush this thing out quite a bit, and the way I did it, the way I flushed it out, put something on the toilet pedal and let the water run for a long time and kept this pump on and just kept it running, and it pumped out a lot of material. But right now I'm gonna take all my tools and wash them, my camera, all my equipment, and myself too, and get clean of all this this mess here. There's an access panel here. It was packed with insulation. It didn't make any sense. They only insulated the front here. I think that was just for sales purposes. I took all of them and threw it out because I do not camp in weather that's going to freeze my RV up here. I took the access panel off and I put some weather stripping here. See this weather stripping? I put the weather stripping on there, so when I close this door right here, when I shut that door, it seals this right here. It actually seals up against this. And so the access panel, I still have it, I kept it, but it's simply not necessary. This system on this 2016 35K is right above the propane tank. Well, actually, I found the pump itself without the motor, and that was a big expense, the motor. And I ordered it from a company called Ardemco, A-R-D-E-M-C-O. And I bought the pump for $301, and it'll be shipped to me. It's not the same pump, but it certainly looks identical, so I'm going to try it. When that comes in, we'll go ahead and put that back on in reverse order of what I took the old one off, and then I'll give you an update, see if that thing works. Thank you for being here, and thank you for watching, and I hope you get something of value out of these repair videos. This was one I put off for so long, and I finally have made some kind of a move on it. So I thank you very much, and we'll catch up with you next time right here on Freedom Road.